who's going to come out a winner here tonight in Champaign.
Yeah, interesting to see. It looked like Brunson was just kind of on his back. I just feel like, was Wanzek actually going to finish it? He did at the last second. It was incredible. And Jeff Koepke here, the second Illinois starter, being honored here on senior night. Koepke, the redshirt senior. Believe it or not, Koepke was actually honored on senior night last season. He was at 197. He didn't have to cut too much. You know, didn't like his prospects, but able to pull out a lot of good victories. I remember him beating Tim McCall, who was number 10 at 197 at that point in the season. Koepke able to upset him and help Illinois try to get a victory right there. But Koepke said, hey, if you can move down to 184, you can stay a season, and he did. So Jeff Koepke now unranked by Intermat, but 15th in the country and 18th by Win and Open Mat respectively. So Koepke, what a way to go out as a senior after a little bit of uncertainty a year ago, comes back, is a... And it is a little bit of that. Cassie Carlson, our sideline reporter, talked about a little bit. Koepke with the sweep right there. A bit of a judo move with the sweep, holding up the leg right there. 2-0. Up is Koepke. So we look at it right here.
Koepke going up against Chris Pfarr, and if that name sounds familiar, it's because he is the younger brother of another Golden Gopher wrestler, Brett Pfarr, who wrestles at the 197 class and started us off here tonight.
So Koepke up 2-0. Can Chris Pfarr pull this one out to repeat what his brother Brett did to start off the meet and win this one for the Golden Gophers? Or can Koepke close this one out as a senior?
Yeah, you're going to know. Koepke, last match here at home in front of the home crowd, definitely with the chance to give his team a win in the last regular season match he's ever going to play, as Pfarr gets an escape point to get on the board.
And Koepke staying aggressive. These Illinois wrestlers, whether they're up, whether they're down, they like to keep the pressure on, as Koepke is up 2-1 right now over Chris Pfarr. And does he get it? Yes, he does. 4-1 lead for Jeff Koepke, as he has a little over 30 seconds and counting of riding time.
You know, and just like the last match between Brunson and Wanzek, you got to favor the Illini wrestler here, Jeff Koepke. 17-5 overall, 5-3 in the Big Ten. Chris Pfarr only 9-17, 0-7 so far here as he gets the escape point. But as we found out in the 125 class, what better time to get your first Big Ten win than the last match of the season?
Absolutely, and looking at it right here, trying to push him down is Koepke. Koepke, a great wrestler, trying to take him down. Interestingly, he's not ranked by Intermat, but Win and Open Mat says the Big Ten competition's tough. You know, Koepke 17-5 record, 5-3 in the Big Ten, so he is no slouch. He is one of the better wrestlers on this Illinois squad.
Yeah, he already has 2 top 15 wins this year.
Absolutely, trying to get a sweep. Koepke had a sweet move earlier, holding the leg up, and saw that Pfarr's leg was a little exposed. Went a little bit for the sweep, something you see a lot if you ever watch judo competitions for people like that. But end of the first period right here. 4-2 lead for Jeff Koepke. He's got 47 seconds of riding time. This is a big one, folks. Illinois and Minnesota are tied at 16 apiece. This one is coming down to the wire after the huge upset of Nick Wanzek over number 4 in the country, Zach Brunson.
So we're going to get a little bit of a false start there on Chris Pfarr. Chris Pfarr really in that first period got 2 points, both on escapes. Really needs to start taking some more shots, playing more aggressively. As we mentioned, last Big Ten match of the season for both these teams. Deadlocked here at 16. So Pfarr is really going to want to bring home an unlikely win. What would have looked like an unlikely win a couple matches ago will make for a good flight home for the Golden Gophers if Pfarr can pull off this one.
Absolutely. A little bit of hand fighting there, 5-2 lead. Pfarr tried to cut into the riding time of Koepke, but Koepke able to get out very early. Still has 42 seconds of riding time in his favor. Wrapping up a little bit. Koepke keeping his arms locked, trying to move in. Ooh, you see Pfarr right there trying to bulldoze in. Pfarr slips out his legs, and then Koepke pushes out. So good aggressive effort right there by Jeff Koepke.
Yeah, we talked about when they get into the higher weight classes, the 184s, the 197s, the heavyweights, becomes a little slower, a little less shots taken. But, I mean, you kind of got to throw all that out the window, start playing aggressive with a tied match here.
So Koepke keeping it right there. Koepke opts to grow his hair out. Illinois Wrestling had a little bit of fun. They showed the freshman picture of Koepke. He was a buzz cut kind of guy. But now, getting the flow going, getting the long hair going right here. Back in a hand fighting are both wrestlers. 5-2 lead for Jeff Koepke. Trying to win this meet, win on senior night, and get some rest going into the Big Ten tournament. Still some hand fighting, a little bit of stagnation. Neither wrestler either not really stalling, both trying to make moves, but both playing good defense right here on the mat. And then you hear Illinois coaching staff saying, "Go get one, Keb. Come on, you gotta win this one for the team, especially on senior night." Like we said earlier, how great would it be if he's able to close this one out, or Chris Pfarr get his first Big Ten victory with the upset. End of the second period right there. Jeff Koepke up 5-2, 42 seconds of riding time over Chris Pfarr. Illinois and Minnesota tied at 16 apiece. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Who will finish out the Big Ten regular season with the victory? Will it be Illinois or Minnesota? Illinois number 12 in the country, Minnesota 16th in the country.
Koepke trying to take a page out of Krell's book from the Golden Gophers and Edelin's book and just ride out Chris Pfarr here. If he would do so, he will secure the decision and send the Illini home a winner.
Koepke trying to get a near fall right now, maybe unable to do it, but keeping up the riding time, extending his riding time to over a minute right now. Pfarr trying to get up. Koepke staying on him, runs out of bounds right there on the escape. So
I think they called a stall too.
A bit of a stall right there, maybe on running away. So a little bit of a caution and then a stall right there for Pfarr, but Koepke staying in the top position, a minute and 9 seconds of riding time. Start off a minute 30 left, not only in this match, but in this entire wrestling meet. Who will do it? Pfarr standing up trying to get away, and he does. So it is 5-3 in favor of Jeff Koepke with a minute 19 of riding time.
You know,
this
plenty
is it,
of time,
folks.
plenty of time for Pfarr here. Over a minute left. He's not going to want to let Koepke do what he's doing right now. Koepke going for another takedown.
Koepke is going to go for the judo sweep again. He tries, but then Pfarr realizes and slips out. So Koepke just tries to grab two, and then there we go. Another 2 points right there. Koepke staying on him, just wrapping himself around him. 7-3 advantage, trying to close this one out for his team on senior night to finish off the Big Ten season.
Good job by Koepke of being aggressive, not playing back, not letting Pfarr get comfortable, let him get an idea of a shot that he might want to take. Instead, Koepke going on the offensive, gets a 7-3 lead, trying to win the meet for Illinois here.
The Champaign faithful here wanting to see a victory and send off their team to Iowa City for the Big Ten championships. Pfarr able to get an escape right there. So again, still just 3-point advantage for Koepke, but a minute and a half of riding time.
Down to 30 seconds here in the third period. Pfarr's got to go. Hasn't really been taking too many shots in this match. Seems to be he's just trying to prevent Koepke from taking the shots. There he goes.
Pfarr, and then Koepke's trying to get another, has the leg, oh, and then he falls. No call right there by the referees, but still wrapped around his leg. Koepke's going to go for another sweep again.
Just walking around with him there.
Just walking around. Going to get called for stalling. Ooh, a little bit of kick right there, a little dangerous, trying to go for the sweep right there, but if he does.
Down to 3 seconds.
3 seconds, 2, 1, and then a bit of a
out of bounds
stall.
with 1 second left.
Out of bounds with 1 second left. So
little too late though for the Golden Gophers. It looks like Koepke's
going to start neutral position. We're
Here.
going to see it, and then there we have it, the victory for the Fighting Illini here on senior night. The senior Jeff Koepke closing it out for his team, the Fighting Illini, 19-16. The Fighting Illini win, a big one. You see Francis Edelin's first win